Who's Larry? Exactly. Last Saturday, Larry and his very willing helper, Michael, almost 4, sallied forth at dawn to pursue their ongoing effort to maintain the outdoor premises while keeping up the semblance of a normal father-son relationship. The night before, 5 shingles blew off the roof during a windstorm, so Larry, with Michael in tow, went up to replace them, carrying along shingles and tar. Within 15 minutes, the hollering began. Larry had used the tar once. 1 shingle was secured. At that moment, Charlie Gilbert, our next-door neighbor, had come out into the backyard. Larry's attention was diverted, but not before he cautioned Michael to sit down. When Larry turned back, Michael was sitting as instructed. And do we know where? Of course, the only wet patch of tar on a roof stretching many square feet in every direction. He was sitting in the tar. The hollering began when Larry saw Michael's black-coated shorts, legs, socks, shoes, and hands. While giving a volatile lecture, Larry stripped off the outerwear, thus exposing Michael's cherished underwear. And for this, you have to read the entry about Diana's birthday week, because he got the idea in his head that underwear was just something you don't see because of Diana and her friends. To Michael, this is an unforgivable offense, and he hollered his outrage from the skimpy protection of Gilbert's mulberry branches. Yet, there he was required to remain until the roof was repaired. The next project was lawn mowing. The Bermuda grass thrust its thousands of seedy heads high, nodding a challenge to our ailing mower. The grass had grown unchecked for nearly 2 weeks. Because Larry and Michael had gone to the father and son's outing, Larry had filled his 1 gallon in anticipation of this huge chore. He was.
Don't worry, baby.
We'll get to that. Okay. He was priming the machine, coaxing it for a hard day's work. At that moment, Larry was called to the telephone. One must wonder at the blissful lack of foresight, or the great unthinking trust with which Larry blithely turned his back and walked away, leaving Michael alone with the gas can open and the spout nearby. The next time Larry saw Michael, the sun was pouring liquid gold, 86.9 cents a gallon,
Not anymore.
down the driveway and into the gutter. The sounds of some interesting verbiage, loud but not out of control, drew me to the window to see another lecture in progress. Sometime later, when the mowing was underway, I again stepped to the window. There was the father and the son together cutting grass, the short one walking in front of the tall, the son holding on to the handle as intently as if he were doing all the work, the father taking small, slow steps to accommodate the son. Is this patience, long-suffering, and love unfeigned? Then I have the scripture, Alma and the Doctrine and Covenants. At a younger age, Michael had a fascination for the 35-gallon lawn and leaf bags into which Larry emptied the grass. Saturday afternoons, Michael would watch from a safe distance as his dad mowed, emptied, and began mowing again. When Larry's back was turned, Michael would ease over and give the bag a shove. To him, the cascading grass cuttings were a wonder to behold. Michael did this twice before Larry outsmarted him by putting the bags into the back of the truck. There they stayed neatly tied, awaiting the trash truck. Then, one Sunday morning, the neighborhood was treated to another outburst of colorful expletives. When Larry, leaving for priesthood meeting, went out to discover that the phantom dumper had struck again, this time in the truck bed, filling it with yesterday's cuttings. The bags and the ties were carefully arranged on top. "When did this happen?" hollered Larry in the direction of the kitchen. But nobody knew, and Michael was nowhere to be seen. Now Larry had a choice. He could drive to church trailing a green cloud of pollution, or he could rebag the grass. He chose the latter. Michael was flushed out and treated to his first opportunity to work under duress. His dad supervised, in fact did most of the labor, but Michael pitched in, busily stuffing grass. Funny thing though, as I watched, I thought I perceived a 4-year-old having as much fun as he stuffing as he had emptying.
Maddie's 4.
One might think the story would end here, but no. Larry's equilibrium was restored during priesthood meeting, which is held in the mornings before Sunday school and sacrament meeting, and he drove merrily home, determined to salvage the Sabbath.
Daddy, tell me.
Hey, is that what it's about right now, babe? Maddie, is that what it's about right now? No. What is right now for? What are we doing right now?